Okay, so let's go see. What I wanted to do here is I wanted to break down how it's different for us. Like, how is it different for going a sacred side victory, or why you are low ranked? So actually, let's just say why this person is low ranked. Let's see. This guy, let's see how many games they play. We want someone with a few games. This guy, Barbossa. This is my kind of player. Bronze 1, 30 games, 23% win rate. Oh, 760 is the lowest. Okay. This guy's 100% just leaving games. There's no way. There's no way you have 0 rating. That's not how this game works. Okay. So. Whoa. He's not just leaving games. What is he doing? Okay, let's see what Envious Fiend is doing. So what is the base rank? I have no idea, but it's not 0. Okay, let's go see. Guys, we are going to be watching someone who is 0 rank, and he doesn't win games, and he doesn't even leave games. He just plays them out. Okay. Why are you 0 rating? I say. Okay. Caster mode. Okay, let me just take a sip of coffee because I can't. Okay. So envy. He sends his scout. That's good. So he sends his scout. He picks up the 2 sheep one by one and clicks it back. So he knows he needs to bring a sheep home. But he opens up with 2 farms. And let's see on the other side. Cash. Cash is a man of many talents. He goes for the long distance food mining. Now, for those of you who are rank 300 or rating 300 and under, you don't long distance anything. It's like relationships. They just don't work out. If you're going to long distance with someone, you're going to have fights. It's going to be inconvenient, and you're not going to get the efficiency there out of. And what he does, he gets a little bit of food. He's like, that's enough, bitches. He goes back and he puts it on wood. Very, very nice play by our Malian's player. Malian's also being a sneaky, sneaky boy. He instantly goes for the pit mine, like any Chad would. And then he realizes, oh, I ran out of wood. Now, Envious Fiend says, actually, I want to build a base. I want wood so that I can make more farms. And that's exactly what he's going to be going for. He makes a house at least. That's good. His wood runs out. His villager is like, hey, I doesn't mind. I don't mind. I'm just going to make a farm. So guys, don't go for the farms early games. Go for your sheep. Your sheep they're a great food source and they're delicious. Have you ever had lamb? Point proven. Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to make villages. Right now, he's just sitting on 9 villages. He says he's had enough. He's just not getting that extra villager. If you made villagers, you could make more farms quickly. If you really want to make farms, just make villagers instead. If you're low rank, how do you get out of bronze? There are 3 points. Don't long distance mine. Keep making villagers. And I'm trying to see what the other third key point is. Keep making villagers. Don't long distance mine. I don't know what the third point is. Those 2 should already help you. There you go. 2 points. Don't long distance. Keep making villages. And this is also long distance mining. I know it looks efficient, but it's not. This guy, this mining camp, yes, he's covering both of these, but you could have just mined an extra or chopped an extra bit of wood, and then you would have gotten there. So, yes. We don't want inefficiency like that. But right now, Envious Fiend, oh, he's making another villager. He's like, oh, I can afford it. Don't run your scout into your opponent's base. The TC is very spicy. It's like touching one of those nettle. If you touch it, it's going to burn. That's a TC. They burn. These guys, they're running all the way to China to deliver that gold. Have you ever carried a bag with stuff inside? That's what's happening here. This guy just All these guys need to put stuff in the bag and then carry it, instead of just being able to go right there. Now, this villager, she says. So what is a French name? I don't know. I have no idea what French names are. But Lydia here, she is not efficient right now. So then he then he goes for the School of Cavalry. He takes all his villagers from gold. Now, sir, what I suggest you do, because the School of Cavalry is all about making knights, you go and you leave, just because I know you don't have a lot of villagers right now, just leave 2 or 3 on gold. So you can get gold, so you can make the stuff. These guys, on the other hand, just make villagers. Here, he's doing the long distance for good. He's committed to this. He's decided, I've got a girl. She's all the way in China. We're going to make it work. And he says, actually, I'm going to go visit her in Hong Kong. I'm not going to go all the way to China, but I'll go to Hong Kong. She can come to me. So basically, he puts down a little mill, which is great. Now he has a mill. But already we can see that Cash is making more villagers, which means he's going to win. If you make more villagers, you win. That's it. If you make a lot, especially when the difference is this much. So yeah. Anyway, Natalie. Yeah, Natalie. Natalie. That's me trying to be Italian. Okay, let's go quickly see what this guy did afterwards. So now, when you build something, you have to ask yourself, did I make this to use it, or did I make this because it was a building? You need to make stuff to use it. So you need to make sure you have the resources to follow up with this. So now he's like, oh, I can make a knight. I just need more of this. On the other hand, he's making villagers now. Things are looking good. Cash decides to take his whole eco and age up. Very nice. Not taking all your villagers, but aging up. Very nice. And he makes more houses. Very proud of him. Now, instead of making all the houses, you can also make a Whamenqt. That one. I had to enact it to remember the name. Because you're going to need it to mine the gold. Because right now, I have a feeling that you're going to long distance send these guys to gold as well. These guys, pop a little lumber camp. If you pop a little lumber camp, you're going to be nice and cheeky. Now, School of Cavalry, not doing anything. It's just chilling. I feel like this guy, he's going for gold. He is going for castle. Let's see if he's going to go for castle. Natalie. Okay. Yo, he's going for castle, isn't he? He's going for castle. But he makes a very even base. You can see he puts like a bunch of farms around and houses so the villagers can go home after a hard day of work. And on this side, he made a lumber camp. I mean, now I have nothing to argue about anymore. He makes a donzo and then he gets the upgrade. Very nice, because you don't want to upgrade something you don't have. So this guy is going for a beautiful base. This guy is going for 3 donzos. And I honestly think this is going to be the downfall. However, Envious Fiend says, I'm here to build my base. I'm going for the guild hall. So the guild hall, he's going for gold of all things. So he's trying to get that gold. But now the big question is he going to collect the gold? Or is he just going to let the gold gather? That is our big question. So basically with this building, you have to pick up the resources after a while. So we see he goes for another farm. He's just making a nice little circle. He stops making villagers, but on the other hand, Cash also stopped making villagers. He says, I have enough now. Cash, you don't have enough until you have like 120. So keep making those villagers. They are worth it. Scout, on the other hand, he's just staying in the stealth forest. He doesn't want to be seen. And he is going for our cow landmark. So I'm expecting Cash to go for cows. Make them around here, but let's quickly go back. Did he collect? He did not collect his resources. Okay, so the guild hall's gathering all the gold. It's not really doing anything else. He takes all his villagers. He's like, I love I love gold. And you guys can see, this man has a plan. He's going for the next age. But at the same time, he gets upgrades. Okay, he gets all the upgrades. He doesn't have units yet, but he gets upgrades. And this is your mistake. Make units. And make villagers. If you make villagers, like I said, you're going to win. He gets it. He's going to go for the age up. And I'm going to assume that he's going for the landmark. Or for the spicy landmark as well. Because that is the only way that this man is going to be able to defend against this huge army of Donzos and Musafadis. Now these guys, again, long distance. What you want to do here is take this boy, put him right over here. Then this is going to be a much shorter route, and it's going to be way more efficient. Luckily, he has a wheelbarrow. He takes 43 villagers, and he builds the Red Palace. Now, someone asked earlier, when do I go for a sacred site or a wonder victory? When your opponent doesn't do shit. That's when you do it. You don't do it in any crazy way. You just do it when your opponent doesn't do anything. Right now, neither of them are doing anything. So this guy, you could go for a wonder victory in this game. Because there's going to be a situation where you're just not getting harassed. And you can just do whatever the hell you want. And these guys, a little bit too many on stone. I assume he's going to go and make a keep. And if you want to do that, that's fine. But again, you're getting upgrades and your boys are... Yeah. He did pick up some of his resources, though. This guy's showing off. Hot damn. Damn, he's picking up his resources as well. There's only 440. These guys, where are you going? Stone. He loves his stone. And I'm assuming that Cash is just going to run straight into the Red Palace. So, Cash, are you going to run into the Red Palace? Or are you just going to look at that stealth forest? So, Mr. Cash, what are you doing? What are we deciding to do? Cash says, I love dying. And he loses a few units. Quite a few units. He's like, how the hell am I going to break this keep? This is way too scary. Envious says, I want more stone. He sends all his villagers on stone. And honestly, Envious, I'm impressed by these. This is a very, very good mining camp. You're putting it right next to the resource. That's what I like to see. These guys just living their best life. He's not sure what to do. You know, you could run around and try to harass, but I guess his base is too beautiful to harass, so I wouldn't do that either. Good call. And at the same time, Cash says, I'm going to go for the sacred sites. 2 of them. And this might be how Cash wins the game, because Envious doesn't have any units. Cash definitely cannot finish this game because he has to run through this thing. And I feel like if you're in a low rank, you get so brain blocked by the idea that there's a keep. You're like, oh, fucking keep. I say this because I get brain blocked myself. So you see, fucking keep, I'm dead. That's just how they feel. And look at this, he even walls this off. So now, every sacred site is going to be walled off. And I think this is exactly how he loses. He puts Fortress of the Huntress or Fort of the Huntress. Fortress of the Huntress, my goodness. He puts it forward. And he keeps getting upgrades. He gets the Spearman upgrade as... Oh, Horseman, sorry. He gets the Horseman upgrade without... Oh, but he did make Horseman. So now... Now, you guys see? The problem is, for both of them, there's a keep. Now, Envious is going to look at that keep and he's going to be like, oh shit, what do I do? The same as Cash right now. Cash is like, oh shit, what do I do? So instead, Cash went for the Sacred Side victory. Because Envious is going to be too passive and he's not going to finish the game. What you do against this is... And don't steal my build here. He makes a keep inside the base. You don't make a keep inside the base. You take these villages and you put a keep over here. Or over here. Just so that you can pressure this. Because right now, you're just defending. And you don't need to be defending. You need to be attacking. So... Just go and put... If you don't like making units, if you don't like spending your resources, because honestly, girl, you got a lot. You can see that. That's a lot of resources. You drop a keep wherever you feel like. I win with just keeps. You can win with just keeps as well. But what you do is, you take your villager, you make a siege workshop, and you make rams. Rams are cheap, rams are efficient, and they're going to break through these walls, they're going to break through that keep, and people panic. When they see rams, they're like, oh shit, what do I do? So, God, I want to play in bronze. I just want to not attack for 20 minutes and just run with 200 rams into his base. That's what I want to do right now. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be the real Cake W. So now we can see the Sacred Side victory is approaching. It's 5 minutes. And honestly, Envious Fiend is just like, there are walls. I don't really know how to deal with walls. So I'm just going to stand back. Maybe make another keep. Where's the another keep? No. He says, I want wood, but I'm not going to go to a wood line. I'm just going to get it here from the straggler trees. Because I don't like stealth forests either. It's a lot of the unknown. He gets a trebuchet. Nice. 3 trebuchets. This man is pumping. But now... He's making the trebuchet, he's attacking a little bit of the left, a little bit of the right. He's not attacking anywhere together. And when you have 3 minutes on the clock, you need to put your things together and attack. Now, these trebuchet says, fuck you, Scout. Take these rocks to the face. The Scout comes in, he tries to show the trebuchet who's boss, but unsuccessful. He says, I don't want to just go through one piece of wall. I would like a big, big opening, because I want to run my units through without them bumping into each other. He says, okay, I'm just going to chill a little bit more. There's 2 minutes on the clock. I have plenty of time. Trebuchet is the answer as well for cash. On this side, Envious is making a Reddit post. He says, shit, stone walls are broken. We need these things nerfed. There's no way that stone walls are fair in this game. He tries to engage, but there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. And unfortunately for him, the sofas are just too strong. And so, Envious loses another game at rating 0. Envious, good lad. What you need to do is just make aggressive keeps. That's all you gotta do. You don't even need to focus on something too much. Just go aggressive keeps. That's all you need to do. So yeah. So Ziggy, are you coming to snipe me on ladder again?